Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you play a song called Wiggle by Jason Derulo. And it starts off with this cool little bass line, actually, where you could kind of play just single notes if you wanted to, kind of an open A. And then we go to second fret on the A. And then we go low E on the third fret. And then we go open A. And then we go to first fret on the low E. And then third fret on the low E. And then an open E. Back to kind of our open A, kind of at the end. And if you wanted to kind of back that up with chords, you could start out on an A minor chord. If you play A minor, first finger goes to B on the first fret, second finger on the D second fret, and third finger on the G string second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now on A minor chords in general, it can be kind of cool to lift the first finger and make that an A suspended second. Or you could add in the pinky on the B string third for an A suspended chord and kind of say some things around A minors. Or you could lift off the third finger and make it an A minor 7. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E third and kind of make it an A minor 7 that way. And then from the A minor, we'll be going to kind of that B note in the bass. But I think you kind of back that up with a G chord, where you can do first finger on the A second, second finger on the low E third, and third finger on the high E third. If you strum all those together, that sounds a G major, and it sounds really happy. Now you may also want to put the third finger on the B string third, pinky on the high E third, and kind of work that for your G major. And trying to bring out that A string actually is kind of your bass note. Sometimes that's called G/B. It's a G chord, but with a B note in the bass. And then from the G/B, we stay on the G, and you will hear this cool little bass line kind of lead into our A minor chord again, where you can play low E, and then third on the A, and then second on the A, to lead into the open A. And then there's kind of a continuation of that, where you can play second on the A, third fret on the A, and then an open G, and then third fret on the D. So if you wanted to kind of follow that cool little lick actually on the intro, you'd have 0, 3, 2, 0, 2, 3, 0, 3, kind of leading into an F major chord. When you play F major, I normally do this as a first fret bar. I'll talk about an easier way to play this too. But then second finger on the G second, third finger on the A third, pinky on the D third. And if you strum all those together, it sounds an F major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now, a good substitute for that can be an F major 7, where you do first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the G second fret, and third finger on the D third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7. It sounds really groovy happy. And then from the F, we'll be going back to our G major chord. And then from the G, we'll be going to an E minor chord. We play E minor. First finger goes to A on the second fret, the second finger on the D second fret. It sounds so sad. Now you may also want to put the third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, make that an E minor 7. And if you kind of dig on that, actually, for your A minor, you could kind of work an A7 sus, where you do first finger on the D second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. It sounds slightly unresolved, but that could be a possibility for the A minor. If you dig on those shapes, kind of the A minor, G/B, G, A sus 2, or A7 sus, F major 7, G, E minor, A minor, and I'm kind of just doing kind of an 8 down count. I'm adding in a little bit of muting just to kind of get some rhythm going on if you're kind of digging on that. If you're quick enough, you can almost double time it. Kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Kind of an idea, kind of 2 measures on each chord. A minor, G/B, G, A minor, F. You want to try that muting, actually, that can really kind of speed things up. Don't feel like you have to go over all the strings, actually, just a couple of the strings can really kind of help, and you don't have to move as far with the picks. That can help your speed on that. And then another strum pattern that you may want to think about through the songs, one of my favorite strum patterns, is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you took the A minor and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So if you tried that through that intro progression, you have A minor, G/B, stop on that last A minor, down, down, up, maybe kill it. Or especially on the chorus part, you may gravitate towards more of a 16th note strum pattern kind of feel. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're kind of dividing that beat into two parts with our down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I think really kind of matches, especially the chorus feel, is kind of a down, up, down, up, down, up, 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you take the A minor, do a down on 1 and a up on 4, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do a up on 2 and then a down on 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down. And then on the third beat, you do a up on 2, up on 4. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, 1 up, 1 up. And then on the last beat, you go down, down, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So all together, you got down, up, 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 down. Which could be a cool pattern to work through that intro progression. You have the A minor, G/B, that to the recording. And then from there, then we go into kind of our main chorus idea, which is really all about a bass line where you can play open A and then first fret on the low E and then open E. So we're kind of going open 1, open E, open A, 1 on the low E, open E, open A, 1, O. Now you could kind of back that up with the chord, and it all kind of sounds like it really is around the A minor chord. You could even kind of take the A minor and then kind of work just that idea of the bass line around the chord. Might be kind of a cool idea to play around with too. Or if you want to match it to bigger chords, you could do A minor and then go to the F, and then you could use an E minor chord, but if you want a lot of pull to go back to A minor, a lot of times you would use an E major chord, where you could do first on the G string first fret, second finger on the A second fret, third finger on the D string second fret. If you strum all those together, that sounds E major and it sounds really, really happy. Now randomly, you can do that same shape with the second finger, third finger, and fourth finger. And especially if you're digging on the bar chord F, you can just slide that shape down and lift off the bar. That might be kind of a cool trick to kind of get from the F to the E. Or you may gravitate towards an E7 sound, where you could take the E major, lift off the third finger, make that an E7 chord. Or you could add in the pinky on the B string third and get a little bit more bite on that. Kind of match it that way. So you have kind of that A minor, F, E, A minor, F, E7, A minor, F, E. You kind of dig on that idea too. Or you could use your strum pattern with that, and it's weird because it'll end up kind of halving the strum pattern. You kind of have A minor, F, E. See, with the downs, it's almost kind of like a 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor, F, E, A minor, F, E, A minor, F, E, kind of an idea. With the down, down, up, kind of A minor, F, E minor, down, up, A minor, down, E, down, up, A minor, F, down, E, down, down, up. It's kind of down, 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 up, kind of adjusting that pattern. But with the 16th pattern, this can be very cool. You can take the A minor, do a down, go to the F for the up, and then go to the E for the down, up, down, up, down. I think that matches the rhythm a little bit better. A minor, F, up, E, up, down, down, up. A minor, F, up, E, up, down, down, A minor, F, down, A minor, F, so we kind of experiment with those. And then from that chorus, then we basically be repeating that progression. Or you could work that strum pattern around the lick. basically be repeating that progression until we get back to our bridge part. Now, one other thing I think about adding to the song though is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you throw a bass note in for the chord and kind of make it a bass down, up, down, up. So on the A minor, you have the A for the bass. On the G/B, you'd have the A for the bass. On the regular G, you'd have low E for the bass. And then on the F bar, you'd have low E for the bass. On the F major 7, you have D for the bass. On the E minor, you'd have low E for the bass. And on the A minor, you'd have the A for the bass. So we can kind of try that bridge idea as kind of our intro coming back with a bass down, up, down, up. And we'd have A minor, G/B, G with low E bass, A minor with A bass, F bass down, up, down, G, E minor, A minor. Kind of dig on that. Or if you're fast enough, you can almost kind of double time that. A minor, G/B, G, A minor. So now I'm kind of trying to get two to get work on each chord. So that's a little weird. Kind of a bass down, up times 2. E minor, A minor. Or if you're digging on the 16th feel, you can make it a bass, up, bass, up, down, bass. You'd have the A minor, G/B, G with low E bass, A minor with an A bass, F, G minor, A minor. Kind of dig on that. Or yeah, that can be very fast actually. You know, through the tune. Very challenging, slightly advanced here on that particular moment. And then from there, then we'll be going into our chorus part. You could kind of try and add basses, especially on the E minor. If you're doing the down, down, up, down, up, you could make it A minor, F, E with low E bass, down, up, A minor, F, E, A minor, F, E, A minor, F, E. Or if you can kind of dig it on the 16th, I think this works a little bit better. You could have the A minor with the bass, F, up, E with the bass, up, down, up, A minor, F, E, A minor, F, E, A minor, F, E, A minor, F, E. We got clear on that too. Now if you know the licks around these chords too, you know, feel free to kind of take this lesson and run with it any way you want to. But that's the basics of how you could strum through Wiggle by Jason Derulo. So good luck!